Bonjour et bienvenue à la Maison Française. In this our lesson today, we are going to talk about les verbes. Les verbes, which means verbs. I think you remember our last lesson, we talked about les animaux de la ferme, farm animals. And today, we are moving to our grammar part again, and we are going to talk about verbs in French. But first of all, what is a verb? We have to know the verb, the definition of a verb. And the rules say a verb is a word used to describe an action, state, and is the main part of a sentence, such as go, hear, drive. So these are some verbs, and they describe the action, something that is happening, to tell us the action in a sentence. And they say they are the main part, means they say exactly what is going on in a sentence. And today we are not going to talk about all the verbs. We are going to talk about le groupe de verbes, because in French you have groups of verbs. So these groups are what you are going to talk about. How many groups? How can you identify them? So that's what you are going to learn today. So are you ready? Then let's go. Le groupe de verbes. So in French language, there are three main groups of verbs. Even though you have many verbs, but they have been grouped into three. We have the ER verbs, you have the IR verbs, and you have the RE verbs. Sometimes I can tell you, we have les verbes du premier groupe, first group verb, deuxième groupe, IR verbs, troisième groupe, RE verbs. Or sometimes they will tell you the troisième group is formed of all the irregular verbs. But there's another way that we are going to learn it that make it very easy for us to understand. So you group them according to their ending. The ER verbs, IR verbs, and the RE verbs. Let's start with the ER verbs. It's very simple. So the ER verbs are verbs that end with ER. When you see ER at the end of a verb, you put it in this group. So you have verbs like manger, danser, acheter, décider, chercher, travailler, donner, pleurer, aider, mentionner, apporter, appeler. You can see they all have ER at the end. So they are all in ER group verbs. IR verbs. So at the ER, you can see that they are verbs that end with IR, sorry. They are verbs that end in IR. So here also we have verbs like finir, punir, venir, tenir, dormir, partir, saisir, réunir, offrir, découvrir. RE verbs. They also end in RE. They have RE at the end. Vendre, descendre, perdre, mettre, lire, dire, faire, décrire, connaître, craindre. As the ER and the IR, these verbs also have RE at the end. Don't worry, we will learn them more, know how to use them in sentences. So in our next lesson, you still continue with the verbs, and you know how can we use these verbs, how can you conjugate them. Even though you have the regular verbs, you have the irregular verbs. Now we are going to divide them and learn them one by one, group after a group, so you know how can you use them in sentences, how can you conjugate them. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you still expect to see our next video. We'll still talk about verbs, and we will know how to use the verbs in sentences. Au revoir. Bye bye.